Hello YouTube, it's Max here for Swampland Productions, and today we will be tackling the question of, will libertarianism rise? To start off, the Libertarian Party got the most votes ever in 2016, with about 3 times more votes than in 2012, which is humongous for any party. The Libertarian Party is still a very minor party in US politics, though. However, we should expect to see more libertarians in the electorate in 2018. With the growing distaste for the two major parties in the US political system and the overall growth of the Libertarian Party, I think it's safe to say that the Libertarian Party by 2020 will make up over 6% of the electorate. If that does happen, it will most likely put the party on a path to victory in the years to come. But here it's important to make the distinction between libertarians and the Libertarian Party. Rand Paul used to be one of the most prominent libertarians in the US Senate, and he was a member of the Republican Party, just like members of the Liberty Caucus. The Liberty Caucus, founded in 2014 by Justin Amish, is a group of about 30 libertarian Republican representatives. They work for the values of economic and personal freedoms, like gun control, or gun rights, and deregulation of the market. Being said, it's time to talk about the less mainstream libertarian left. The libertarian left describes social equality approached with an individualistic attitude. There is also a movement called libertarian socialism on the left. It is less a branch of libertarianism, though, and more a branch of socialism. They approach socialism with an individualistic attitude, opposing government intervention, but still somehow liking socialism. It's a very internally consistent movement, as you can see, just like anarcho-communism. They don't want state control over the economy, but they still somehow want workers to have their part, which is pretty much impossible without any state intervention. I'm just going to say to them right now. It's also hard to define the libertarian capitalist left as libertarian because they both share the principle of individualism, but libertarianism takes that so far that the state controls nothing except the military. The libertarian left, which whether it is libertarian or not, I support, is a new version of Roosevelt's talking points, an individualist capitalist democracy with social programs. The libertarian right and center is still more popular than the libertarian left, though. If libertarianism gained momentum, I think this country would start seeing some real political change and not the artificial populist change Trump brought, but legislative changes with some upsides and downsides, helping the country where it is not being helped, but also ignoring some major problems. These changes would include federal legalization of marijuana, serious reforms to the education system, abolition of the Electoral College, and further deregulation, which the country needs the opposite of, based on recent historic events. It's just obvious, like the 2008 recession. All the major recessions have really proved that the country does not really need deregulation. I still don't understand why that's a huge talking point of the right. It sounds good at first glance, but it's not. The libertarian left, which is more of the individualist progressive left, would take power away from Wall Street to create an economy for the individual. It would also start doing something about climate change. So yes, libertarianism is on the rise, and it will bring some interesting changes to America.